in the war business. It's called, we call it the storm business, is the war business.
Guys that we coach, I watch them, they grow and get better and better and better. And one of the people I've been talking about a lot lately is Lee. Just I've seen him, he was already a really impressive guy, but the more he's stepped in, you're watching a dude like step into his power. Have you, any of you that known Lee a while, is that not true? Yes?
Hey, it all started when shit hit the fan. I don't know where you were when you first started hearing about the Rona, the fungus among us, the mass corruption in the world. Right where we're standing right now, there was protesters. Crazy people from all over the place, and right outside of my door, there's people. I was a little bit skinny fat. In my business, I've always struggled with anxiety, dealt with fear, and at that moment in time, I was sort of at a breaking point in my business, in my physical life, and you could call it a midlife crisis. Got in fights in high school. There was one fight when I was a kid I ran away from. I'll regret it for the rest of my life. It was in the 7th grade. I was trying to date this hot girl, and this quarterback of the football team was trying to date her at the same time. I was on the B team in basketball. I was a little shrimp. I was a year younger than this dude, and he chased me out of the locker room, into the field, and I had the opportunity to face this dude, fight him, and I didn't. I ran. And I can remember the dude threw like a Coke can at me, and I, talked a lot of shit. Bottom line was I felt like a bitch for running. And I can remember actually changing schools because I really felt like I turned my back on defending my honor. And so ever since that day, it kind of stuck with me that, I don't know, you got what it takes to stand up and fight for yourself or not.
You do this right here, go to that way and you look at that motherfucker and you just smile because he didn't do this. So he's not as ready as you are. That's the best feeling. Let's get a lap or two though, around. Just I don't want you to pull muscle, going balls out sprinting. You can go this way, you can go backwards, other way, sideways. Maybe do a couple high knees, just stretch everything out. Oh man, this guy changed my life. He's a great man, number one, but a phenomenal mentor. My business doubled in a year. He taught me, a system I can depend on. It made me comfortable getting in front of the camera, kind of telling my story, and just not changing who I am, being authentic, but just everybody comes from a different background. Just being proud of who you are and being willing to explain that to people, because that's what's going to draw them to you. This is something right here he's doing.
What's he doing?
Getting ready for a fight, but very rare do people do this, especially, at his age. He's stepping into uncharted territory, and it's a big risk. You get in the ring, amateur fight, pro fight, anything could happen. I mean, it's a serious business.
This boxing thing for me was something that kept my attention during the 75 hard, and that's when I met Billy. And I'm gonna tell you something. This man came in my life at the right time. He came from a different world of violence, come from a different world of working class Youngstown, where the men there are a little bit different. The opportunity to work in the factory, isn't what it used to be. And so the young guys there, they cut their cloth in the boxing gym. And Billy grew up with this guy named Kelly Pavlik, who's a Hall of Fame boxer, had some brutal, bloody battles, and been paid a lot of money, maybe millions of dollars for his fights. But the reality is that now, he quit. He got tired of getting hit in the head. He wanted to educate people.
So, I'm teaching school, it's going great, and I kind of transitioned owning the gym, and I took a big chance into doing the gym full time. So everything is going great, and all of a sudden, boom, COVID hits. Oh my gosh, my income just went to zero. All gyms have to be shut down. And when you have a wife that doesn't work and 2 little kids, and your income goes to zero, you're mad about it. So it was shortly after this time where Lee walks in my gym. I said, yeah, my income, I'm back open, I'm mad. And Lee goes, whoa, wait. He goes, listen, man, you're being forced to change. He goes, this is a blessing. He goes, this is gonna be a blessing. You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to do things you're not used to doing, and you're gonna have to put yourself out there. We don't get a choice. We don't get a choice if technology is gonna change the future. It's already changing the future. So you're gonna stay here, Billy, and you're gonna stagnate and die, or you're gonna change with the times and you're gonna grow and you're gonna expand your business.
The first time I ever sparred in Billy's gym was a dude bigger than me, played college football. I had my son with me. And the way Billy works is, you don't ever know when you're gonna get summoned to go to war, okay? Hey, you wanna get in the ring, go around? I mean, innocent little light sparring session, kind of primal switch snapped. And something about that trigger of maybe frustrations of what's happening in the world, frustrations of all the people that had got me in business, frustrations of where I was and unfulfilled dreams, who knows? But savagery came out and I knocked this fool down. And it really surprised me because my son was there watching, didn't want to get beat up in front of my son. Kind of got me thinking, man, maybe I'm pretty good at this. Maybe I got something here to work with.
I just want to think about my technique. I want to think about me giving the best of myself every second of every minute and every minute of every round. I don't focus on the outcome so much because I'm just so invested in what I do already. I know that I have so many hours of repetition on these certain techniques that it's going to be instinctive. And when I get in there, all I have to do is pull the trigger. I have to give it 100% of myself. I can't let the fear of missing stop me from playing the game. You might be thinking again, I'm not playing baseball, Masford, I'm selling things here. I know, it's the same thing though. It's just because I've taken those risks. If you're a bad motherfucker, that's what you do, you know? So you put yourself in the situations, you know?
Greatest country in the world, God bless America. God bless everyone.
And I was getting tested. And, you know, I'm gonna tell you, first time I got my ass kicked in the ring, it was from one of my own men. And it was from Sean Stafford, the guy who got me into the gym. He'd had fights, and about a few months into the process, I wanted to see where my progress had got me, and he's a pit bull, man. Hearing him hit the bag the first time, I thought, oh my God, I'd hate to be the person on the other end of those punches. So loud, pop, pop, pop. I can remember, you know, trying to go in there and just my defense, being real, not really knowing how to play defense, and really just being like a puppy fed to the wolves. I have a jab that will piss anybody off because pop, touch it really quick, and I got reach, so start touching him. That's like pissing off a caged animal, man. And you know, everybody's cool. We're gonna go light until someone gets punched in the face. Bam! Then that overhead right comes. Boom! Next thing I know, I'm up against the ropes. Bam! There's a left fucking cracks my rib. My fucking ribs cracked. I get back up, been knocked down. I wasn't gonna fucking quit. Even though I got knocked down 3 times. As a matter of fact though, at the end of the 3rd round, I think he got me one time and I did fucking call it. And that was like, it was a great round, dapped him up. More importantly, afterwards, he had done $1 million in sales for me in his first year. We went and bought him a Rolex. And it was a really cool experience to go from just, you know, 1 minute we're over here hanging out, next minute we know we're fighting. I'm getting knocked down. I'm buying him a Rolex. You know, I'm losing weight. I'm getting in better shape. My mind's getting sharper. I'm getting more disciplined on my people. Through vibrating at a different level, we're landing bigger projects. We landed multi-million-dollar projects that we'd never landed before. Our company doubled in size. Our impact on the world really started to change.
Let me put it from this standpoint, and I'm going to say a bad word, but I don't care. Boxing, and you may have heard of boxing, is fucked up, okay? And some of the fighters in their own way is fucked up. But think about it. To go into a ring, into combat, and a lot of people don't. Like I was talking to you earlier before the show, and I said, you know, some people sit back and they'll be the armchair boxer, you know, or there'll be that person that talks all kind of crap on the social media, but they won't ever get in the ring. They won't step in that square circle and fight, right? It takes a lot. And to also do it as a living, you're somewhere up here, you're not the same as some of the other people.
We threw a big ass event. The Blue Collar American Dream Conference was crazy, okay? And all this kind of has to do with the energy that comes from the gym in the fight. This was my third live event, but the goal was to create 20 blue-collar millionaires in one day. Executing that was gonna require a different level of energy. It's about being able to tell your story so people listen. And getting stories of guys like Ricky Suthers, got the most growth, got the championship belt.
Well, for me, it was about 2 years ago. First 6 years of my business, I just worked. I thought the harder I worked, the more money I was gonna make, and it's just not true. The biggest thing I learned was to surround myself with great people. Using your program through the recruiting methods is what really helped me. And then also the biggest thing we started doing is the educating homeowners aspect. And I do it through the videos through social media.
And these stories, guys like Sterling, retail contractor out of Detroit, Michigan. He was burning a candle on both ends because he didn't have any time.
We'd be so burnt out. I would be so burnt out. I would just have to like just crash out, man. Just literally energy is just like at the floor. Then I got an inkling of Lee and came out to the Blue Collar Conference, and I seen that what you made of these other companies on top of what they already done for themselves. And I'm like, dude, let's go.
I'm so proud of your accomplishments.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
He's grown from 2 million to almost 6 million, or how much was it?
I think it's like 5.4.
So yeah, $5.4 million. Yeah. More importantly, very healthy growth, great culture.
And that is what the Blue Collar American Dream Conference is all about. Fighting back against the bullshit, telling the real story. It's funny, how does this have to do with fighting and taking a cage fight? Well, if you're growing your business, you're scaling, and what happens if you fall flat on your face? What if everyone on social media knows that you didn't succeed, that you tried to scale a company and that you failed? And you know, the reality is that our American dream is based on no matter what you do, no matter how many times you fell, you always got a time to come back. This kind of brings me into this like world that now hooked in. Here I am, a CEO of a fucking $100 million company. I'm addicted to fighting. I wanted to share with my people, my salespeople, my gyms. I brought them into my mixed martial arts gym and introduced them to Cosmo, who's my Muay Thai coach. I'd been to only a couple classes. And Cosmo and Keith, they put together a jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai seminar. We went and ran on the beach 5 miles. We did these crazy exercises, and at the end of the day, I had this challenge where if anyone would fight me and win, knock me out, that they could get $3,000. We had one of our sales reps, 19 years old, and he had fights, amateur fights. But he got into there, and we went to war, man. We went to war, and I'll never forget getting hit with that first right hand, and you know, I came out of the gate and just started unloading on him and had that adrenaline dump, and immediately he just sat there and took it, and I realized this dude's bigger. You're gonna have to play the game different than just go savage. And he came back and hit me with the right hand. And I was like, oh shit, you're in for a fight in front of everybody. Don't get your shit knocked out. You know, risk is a down payment for success. You wanna find out who you are, these moments pull it out of you, and you know, we finished that fight. My team saw me not quit. I answered that I could go into a pressure situation and deliver, but I realized my fight game sucked, man. I looked real sloppy. I gassed out because I had an adrenaline dump. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I looked like Bambi out there trying to walk and couldn't hardly walk out there on crazy little legs. Shit, that was about a year and a half ago. And now, since then, I've probably been in fucking 100 different fights. I've probably fought, sparred, wrestled hundreds of different people as far as Muay Thai, boxing, and jiu-jitsu. Whenever the opportunity came to take a real cage fight, I thought it would be with a shit-talking YouTuber. You know, people are making memes about me. They could beat me up in a cage fight. So I reached out to an influencer, Dmitry Lipinski. I said, dude, let's fucking get together. Let's do this, man. He wasn't about that life. He still ain't about that life. He's about that meme life, okay? Then it's like, dude, what are you doing? You're out here trying to get in fights with people that don't train. That's kind of stupid. Why don't you go out there and fight some real savages? Amateur fight promoter here in South Florida, Combat Nights. They started looking at the Instagram, heard from my coach I could fight. They said, Lee, we're gonna put you on a card. You wanna take a fight at 185 pounds? As a matter of fact, a guy can't lose that much weight. Can you take the fight at 190 pounds? I said, fuck yeah, I can take that fight. There's 3 other guys from my gym fighting. Cosmo, my coach, arguably the greatest Muay Thai athlete of all time. He's from Brazil. He's won the Thailand Kings Cup. His last fight and 1 championship, he destroyed a great martial artist in Sage Northcutt, but he's got more than 100 victories in kickboxing and mixed martial arts. And this man trains at me every day. Being able to train with the champion, I get a different perspective because now, as a coach, Cosmo's taken his team to war as a general. And he's not the one in the cage, he's the one coaching us.
No, it's like, it's different because when I see you guys there, like, I cannot do anything, I cannot fight. You know, like, I get more nervous for sure than like if I'm fighting. If I'm fighting, I know what I have to do when I go there and fight. And it's more about like help, because all the work you did already, the technique, the cardio, you know already. There I'll just kind of remember you the things you can do. You know, like, oh, if you after your jab, you drop your left hand. Like, Lee, left hand up. And then you're like, holy yes, you know, like, so it's just small things that makes a lot of difference. So I'll try to remember you guys, try to guide you guys in the fight. You'll be good, man. Like, you like to fight, that's the thing. You have the biggest thing, is heart. Just need to fight smart. That's why I'll be there. Fight smart. Don't go crazy. Yes, yes.
The story that we're telling is about the most important thing that I care about, the experiences I got in life. I've been such a UFC, cage fighting fan of all these things my entire life. As a man in the arena, I couldn't stand to not know what it feels like to have my hand raised. And there's so many people that talk shit about me, said they were gonna beat me up, that defame my character online. Some of the best ways that I deal with all that hatred and all that animosity is training, is going to war, because there's no bullshit, and I'm just a regular average guy out there, whether I'm in training or I'm at war, and that's what we're about to go do. Tomorrow I go to weigh in. Funny, man, at the weigh-ins, dude Joel came in 4 pounds overweight, and he was standing over me. I could tell that I had him intimidated. He didn't make weight. And this is the first little bit of mind game. I was like, bro, you gotta make weight. So I put him in a loop. He went for 2 hours, ran around the room, went and got into a sweat box, ended up losing about 4 or 5 pounds over 3 hours to get down to 190 pounds. Of course, here I am walking around at 185 pounds thinking, this is a big motherfucker. You're about to be in for a war.
Slaughter gang soul snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a rapper. Yeah. No capper, street, not a rapper. Chopper hit him and he turned into a booty clapper. Smith & Wesson, a 4L gang reppin'. We done baptized more than a damn reverend. Kappa Alpha, me and my gang, we do all the stepping. Who you checking? It's FN, shoot east or west end.
My coach had me all worked up in a nerve talking about what it was like. Imagine watching the movie Gladiators and being in the pen, you know, before everybody goes to war, bodies being carried back into the locker room. It's sort of what it's like when you're behind the stage and you're a fighter waiting to go in the cage. Because I can't find any tape on this guy. I don't know how he's gonna fight. I don't know how athletic he is. I know he's got more fights than me. And so, you know, to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous. And I go into this match just 100% committed that no matter what, I was not gonna fight like a bitch. That's it.
Your shooter's iffy. A street punk can never diss me. I come straight up out the six and we don't spell sissies.
I with her and with her and her. I hit up her, tell him do the for sure. Voodoo curse, it got him while I flew the Turks. Know the dogs had to hit him where we knew it hurts.
Gang shit, that's all I'm on.
Yeah.
Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Gang shit, that's all I'm on. Nigga, gang.
I think we're gonna battle it out. Probably stick on each other's outside. Give the crowd a show, and then one of us is gonna fold by the third round.
Yeah, basically like, hey, listen, I think that you got what it takes to make it to the third round with me, but that's it.
First 10 seconds of the fight.
Exactly. No takedowns, 190-pound kickboxing, 3 2-minute rounds. Round 1 is underway.
And we'll see the pace they do, because if these guys both intend on going a few
great.
rounds and they're throwing like this, I don't know. I don't think it's going 3 rounds if they're going to keep throwing like that.
Oh. Groves is loading up on that left. He's southpaw. I wonder if Haight was able to practice with enough southpaw fighters, man. I mean, it's a big difference when you fight against a left-hand fighter.
I mean, the biggest thing when it's just striking is just making sure that your lead foot is on the outside of their lead foot. You know, you can do that. You can put yourself in position to land a lot of good strikes just like that one. You can see Lee already investing in the body early.
Not a single kick, fellas. Not a single kick. I mean, they're throwing some great punches, though. Oh, good head movement.
A little head movement there, yeah. That was some nice bobbing and weaving.
Little front teep.
Oh, and he goes high and then he eats a left hook for it.
Ducked under that, too. Did Groves.
Oh,
these guys
both guys landing good shots there.
Banging some left and right
Oh,
hands.
you can hear it, man.
Literally.
You can hear these shots.
Oh, nice uppercut. Would love to see an inside leg kick by either guy. When you're in a or inside to the body.
Yeah, I was
as
gonna say it
well.
went inside of his gut right there.
Groves is really trying to time that left hand. I would like to see him put some more combinations together, though. Good feint.
Oh, good right hand. Backs him up.
patient.
And he charges in.
Oh, he's going for the kill.
He's like a marauder in there.
Haight smells blood.
Oh, he
dropped
dropped him. Oh, man, so close to dropping him
He needs
there.
to separate himself. He needs to separate himself right now.
Yep, and the ref's going to do it for him.
Oh, I'm not sure if that was a good separation by the ref, but okay.
The ref breaks it up early. If he wouldn't have been on that cage, dude would have got dropped. And they come back. And during the first little, I can't even hardly think, just trying to catch my breath. And I'm feeling really confident, but probably a little bit too overconfident. I didn't realize how much energy I dumped on almost getting a knockout. And coming out into the second round, I was fucking tired, dude. And he came out fighting.
Hurt too bad, but I think he felt that one for sure.
Round 2 is underway.
Nice shot to
Starts
the
off
body.
with a great kick to the body, the same one he landed earlier. Oh, these guys are
slipping, stumbling, about to move the cage.
little bit of overcommitment with somewhat sloppiness. They got to try to stay technical. Man, Leehaight is really looking for that to the body. It seems like his corner told him to focus on that. Maybe to get Groves tired enough where he can look for the finish in the third like he actually claimed he would.
Right.
So if he keeps working those body kicks, he might be able to set that up.
Oh!
Third round finish. Slightly clipped back of his ear, but now we see that Groves is being a little bit more aggressive on the striking with the punches. Referee is definitely separating them pretty quick when they clinch up here.
I think Leehaight is feeling a little bit of fatigue now.
Oh, there goes that same kick we were talking about. Haight is looking fatigued, but if he keeps landing those kicks, I would imagine if this goes into the third round, Groves is going to really feel the difference in regards to his conditioning. Those kicks take a toll.
And you can already see how much slower these guys' hands look in the second round. I mean, the first round, it was like lightning, and now it's kind of like, thunder.
See how Groves keeps cocking that left hand. He's dropping his hands and cocking the left one. He's a little bit too tired. He's not setting his punches up.
Yeah, just like you said, and he got caught doing it.
Left hook.
There's a little hesitation he does before he throws that left hand.
Right.
There's like a little drop he does.
Yeah, the slight telegraph. Exactly that. Once again, look, he just ducked under it again. 2 good right hand counters by Haight.
Winging right hand.
Yeah, he came really outside with that one.
10 seconds left in the second round.
Drop the kick to finish the round. I told you.
This guy's psychic.
It's the smart thing to do if your intention was to wear this guy out because you think you can finish it in the third, then you do that.
My body language was a little bit like falling back. I could have done better, keeping my guard up, and you learn. It's as much of a show as it is a fight. And so I come back after the second round
and they're giving me, you're fighting good, go to the death. And I don't even remember what they told me at all, but I just remember that last round. It's like running that 400, that last 400 with Billy, I couldn't feel my legs. It's really how it felt. The guy came out, hit me with like 3, 4, 5-piece combo right off the bat. And damn, I was in a dogfight to the death.
Getting ready for the beginning of this third and final round. Exciting fight. Groves has favored the hands, looking for the strong left. Leehaight has favored a combination of things, favoring the right kick to the body.
And right away catching him with that check hook when he comes in. Oh my
man.
goodness.
Crazy pace.
Oh, and Joel is coming in here, pouring it on him.
Wild looping punches. Oh, almost
man,
caught
these guys
him
are
with the knee.
falling all over the place.
Cardio doesn't seem to be a factor, I'll tell you that. So, who's going to get that third round KO that they were talking about? Oh,
man.
Hey, Groves is starting to find a little home for that left hand. It's
For
not
sure.
landing super flush, but it's touching him.
Oh, man, just misses
beautiful.
the face there.
Joel says, come on, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, they both land there. Ah. You know, if he would just throw that left straight maybe and not load it up so
I was
much.
thinking the same exact thing, dude.
Oh, my God.
Same exact
It's
thing.
there. It's there. He just needs to throw it.
He believes in it because that's all he's really throwing.
Chin is very exposed.
These guys are fighting like bantamweights, but they carry an extra 40 pounds.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Man, this is going to be a hard one to judge, fellas. I'll tell you
yeah,
that.
this one is tight.
I mean, as of right now, I'm favoring this round for Groves. I'm not sure who got the first. The second might have been for Lee. This is tough.
I'm usually pretty
Beautiful
on top
knee.
of it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I usually have an idea who I think won. I have no idea. It's been too hard to keep track of these guys.
Love to see that these guys are leaving it all in the cage, though, without a doubt.
Yeah, what an excellent fight.
Oh, great right hand off the exchange.
Man.
And that's the end of the fight. Awesome fight. Hard one to judge, man. We'll see.
Crazy pace from two guys weighing 190.
We go to split decision. He wins. I didn't care. I fought like a lion. I made my coaches proud. I crossed it off the bucket list. I made it entertaining for everyone who showed up to watch me. Let this be a lesson. The next fight, me and Anthony Del Medico. Old school versus new school. SVG versus Sky Diamonds. We're gonna have a plate full of other contractors, roofing salespeople, solar guys that are also gonna do battle in the cage. If I got it, you got it. And I wanna encourage you to join me at the Blue Collar American Dream Conference, May 27th through the 29th. We're gonna have Dustin Poirier, Jocko Willink, Ed Milet, Dan Rooney, me, my team, some of the biggest and baddest stars in the Sky Diamonds Elite. Draw a line in the sand and join me if you're a warrior.
With it, drop with it, lean with it, rock.